weird noises last night. I have a neighbor. They drove up past me in a city transit bus, like a one of those ones you'd see at the airport taking people around. That's their home now. So they drove up past me, and then like because of me moving in the shade, they moved a little further just to keep privacy. But last night, I heard something walking outside my car. Like I heard just like foot. It didn't sound like a footstep, like a clop clop. Maybe it was tippy toes. But I hollered at it. I yelled at it, and I never heard it flee. I didn't really sleep again after that. I pretty much like was awake all night after that, just like ready to fight. Um, but yeah, so it could have been maybe I was hearing things because I didn't like. I never heard it like disappear. But yeah, it was over. The person is parked on my left side, and it was over my right side. So maybe they went around. Maybe it was another animal like a panaquin or something. Maybe some night animal like a coyote was out there. I don't know, but yeah, I definitely heard some footsteps. And so fucking bugging the shit out of me. Yelling at it was the right thing to do. Didn't pretend like I wasn't there. Fucking gave it the business. Gonna fucking get your ass. Gonna make it hurt. Yeah, I'm not a victim. I care about like protecting people, and I talk about like victim circumstances sometimes to like raise awareness, but I am not an easy target. I do bite back, and I'm not this person who's going to think like, what's going to happen if I kill somebody? I don't give a fuck. If I feel like I have to do it, I'm not going to hesitate. I'm just going to fucking do it. So, yeah. People who bother or scare me are people who think you have to follow all the rules no matter what. But definitely you should like think for yourself. It could have not been them, but it's just too much of a coincidence that I've never been woken up by footsteps out here. And then the moment they're parking here, suddenly I hear someone walking around my spot at night. Fucking weird. Fucking evil. Yeah. No, I swear, like, I noticed that about cops. Like, I was a sergeant. I used to freaking. I could talk about that some other time, but I noticed this about cops is cops pull over cars with no identification, right? You come through and your vehicle is bare. You don't have any personalizing marks on your vehicle. That's suspicious. It is. And so this vehicle has nothing, not a bumper sticker, not a piece of paint. It just looks like stock, right? Stock pure white. And so that's suspicious. It's like they don't want to risk getting recognized somewhere else. Make it look as factory as possible. And they never pull me over. Like I noticed that with cops is that all the time they're pulling over these cars that look like they could be anybody. It's like absolutely no identifying marks, and they never pull over me. Even when I was driving around with all these bones glued to the outside of my car, they still didn't fucking do anything to me. Because it just looks it's easy to identify. You would have no problem seeing that anywhere. So. But the ones that look like they could be anybody, that's the ones they want to like check out. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not a victim. I will fuck you up. I will make it hurt. Yeah, people don't know, like when I was a kid, I sent lots of neighborhood boys to the hospital. I've got a streak of evil in me. Um, I guess they say that about Sagittarius is that they're the most evil sign and nobody knows. They never believe it. But yeah, I can't hear chipmunks. Maybe if it was something like this big, it didn't have a clop clop, but they could have been doing tippy toes. Yeah. Yeah, that the pine underbrush crinkles when things step on it, and I just heard it. Like I heard 3 steps, and then I immediately hollered at it, and I didn't hear it leave, which is weird. I don't know. Maybe they were lazy and then they got quieter, or maybe I was hearing things. Maybe I'm imagining it because someone's parked near me, so now I'm suspicious. Right? Heard steps coming up and no steps moving away. Waited, waited and listened all night. Didn't hear anything. It's just one of the realities. I have these magnetic like solar lights that turn on with movement. The problem is they'll turn on every time I move the car. So, but that would be nice. Have like a perimeter that turns on. I used to live in a house that was all motion lights. I got rid of all the normal lights and they were all motion lights, so they would turn on when I went in the area. And a lot of people don't like that because they're afraid of it turning on while they're like, right? It's like you're asleep and then you see another room light turn on and you're like, oh my gosh. But that actually never happened once. You know, I could sleep day after day for a whole year and there was never a motion light turning on for no reason. It wasn't like a spooky horror movie. It was like really dependably like nothing happening. But yeah, I hope my neighbor didn't use the moonlight to try to check me out, see if I was a victim. Could have been another critter. Could have been. I didn't hear breathing or sniffing like an animal. Yeah, there was no heel to foot, but it was like this like crinkle padding sound. So there are other types of animals out here that could do that. There's cows out here. Didn't sound like a cow. The cows breathe heavy. Yeah, a cow will let you know it's a cow because it sounds different. It was weird. Never heard that before, and then suddenly this neighbor shows up and now I'm hearing it. Probably thinks I'm stupid. Creeps. Yeah. No, you can trust people if they've got like a lot of identifying marks. If they have something that you could find them again because of how they look, anywhere you'd recognize them because it's one of a kind, those people are generally safe, right? And the people you have to look out for are like completely nondescript. Could look like one in a million, right? Or could look like millions, right? That is like trying to hide, right? And it's not as smart as you think it is because it's obvious. It's just obvious. It's like police notice that, hey, this vehicle looks a little too clean and no like self-expression. No self-expression at all. You know, that's suspicious. So, yeah. No, because of my like war service, I definitely sleep light. I do. We've had wire breaches before and shit. Um, I'll wake up on anything. So yeah, and people go like, "Oh, you can't." People sleep through heavy smoke. No, they don't. I wake up immediately. I've had like controlled burns come toward me. I woke up immediately. Um, yeah, I'll wake up immediately if the air turns smoky at all. Instantly, I wake up. Yeah. So I guess kind of it means I never sleep deeply, but yeah. Yeah, you want to go live van life, and then you're not going to individualize your vehicle. You're not going to put a bumper sticker on it. It's suspicious. Moving away when I could see them, I noticed. Yeah, I think it's suspicious. It's hella suspicious. You have this whole real estate where you could say anything you want, and you say nothing. Just clean white. Sus. Trying to hide. Trying to look like everyone else. Yeah, I got bumper stickers I made. I got one of one bumper stickers. Only one copy of them exists in the world. So, yeah, I got a really unique design. All sides, front, back, top, side. Unique. You know, I'm not hiding. Not trying to blend in. Yeah, criminals are scum, unfortunately. They're like, they're not friends with anyone. They do it all for themselves, you know. And they've said criminals have like a huge ego as well. They usually think things like they're God or something, and it's sick. It's not very likable. But yeah, anyway, I'm ready to fight. I got a number of nasty tools. I guess it's kind of good is that like military training gives you PTSD on purpose. Like you don't get like the military when I went through was not like everyone gets 8 hours. No. Your time would be interrupted with yelling and chaos, you know, and it broke a lot of people. Like my basic, we had over a third of the people drop out. They couldn't do it, right? So I mean that's pretty tough. I think when most people are like physically fit, they passed a physical fitness test to get in and they dropped out. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. um my first unit too. Yeah, man, they just they just take your time. Like your first, if you join the military, your first like year or two are gonna be rough. Gonna be rough. By the time you get up to be like E6, E7, then you start getting like, oh, this is nice. I got a nice duty assignment. I just show up at a desk for 8 hours, do PT on my own. It's nice. But when you first do it, it's tough. Yeah. Yeah, joining the military, you're going to have to get through, and you might have to like survive a deadly situation, right? Where if you want to have that nice, cushy job, you might have to get through like multiple deployments in war zones where you could die. And there, I knew people who did. So, I mean, it's like, it's not guaranteed you'll make it. Yeah, I've never heard footsteps outside my car, and then suddenly when this other joker parks here, I do. And I'm like, just the reality of living on Earth. Not everyone's your friend. So the people who call you sup twin, right? People calling people twin as like a lure. Sup twin. They don't really think of you like that. They're gonna use you, right? What's up, buddy? What's up, friend? They don't mean it, you know. Anyway, it's just some of the realities of life. I definitely think like probably hearing a male voice yell back changed their mind. If it was a female voice, it would have been like time to pry in the windows. Sucks. We all wish life was good, but the creator wasn't doing that. Creator did not feel like being nice to us. Creator wanted to see some pain. And that's what we got. So don't make something stronger than you. Maybe if you were truly immortal, you would figure the thing out. Anyway, that's the vlog. Spooky noises in the middle of the night. Had a new neighbor, and first time ever I hear footsteps outside my car, and I'm like, hey, fuck you. It wasn't the normal clop clop. It wasn't heel to toe, but it was like crunching, you know. So, but I didn't hear them leave. They got there and somehow they decided to, like, either I was hearing things or they had another route to escape, or they had an ultra silent mode. You know, they were lazy and then they stepped it up. But yeah, I sat there listening for hours. It's like, not gonna get caught. Anyway. Chipmunks chasing each other around. Each chipmunk thinks all the stuff I leave is just theirs. And they're so mad at seeing other people try to get it. It's like, welcome to life. Welcome to nature. So. Yeah, people are evil. Don't trust them. You want to live a long time. You want to live till you're old. Don't trust people. Just don't. Take care of yourself. A woman will betray you. A woman will have you raising another dude's kids, and she'll still tell you she loves you every day. You know, um, men only care about themselves. A lot of people are predators. They grew up in horror and they think horror is normal. So it's one of the reasons, like, I don't trust the people who made the AI, but I desperately want, like, AI surveillance. It would be nice if the AI threw a flag anytime a body attacked a body, right? Anytime there's like, hey, someone just went on this person's property in the middle of the night. It'd be nice if they just knew, right? Some flag went off. It's like, hey, this dude jumped to the fence in the middle of the night. He's never been there before, you know. He's not a welcome guest. Um, this body just attacked a body. Get a flag going, someone out there to check it out. Instead of, they don't know, right? There has to be a report and evidence, and then they know. I've had things happen where, like, bad things happen. I reported it to the police. They just didn't believe me. They didn't do anything. They're lazy. It's one of the reasons I've gotten away with all the bullshit I've done is police are just lazy. If you pay attention to the news, they make it look like every crime gets caught and punished, but it's really not that way. They don't bother with most of them. They're lazy. There has to be a political reason. Yeah, the news media is propaganda. They want you thinking every single crime will get caught and punished, but it's really not that way. Just don't have the energy or the time or the care to do something. So, yeah. Anyway, that's enough vlogging for now. Some people think they're slick. Hid my car, they can't see me. I'm gonna go sneak up on them in the middle of the night. Oh no, it's a dude. Gonna run. Sucks. It's the way it is, though. Welcome to Trash Planet.